what is your basic stereotype that comes when you're trying to explain Northeastern food to a person?
That we only eat meat. Everywhere in the Northeast, we eat animals that are not the common. Say the toughest part is just convincing people to try. Potato is obviously our favorite, no doubt.
But why does potato always come into every video of mine? When you live in one of the wettest places on earth, the way you cook food changes massively.
We always had our own language, our own food and culture.
Fresh produce is not always guaranteed, so you learn to make it last. There's a lot of local vegetables which I've not even heard of. Fuel is precious, so you preserve it and rely on smoke and time. And food that comes out of that life is what we're going to eat today. So let's see what's getting served hot today. I'm not in Meghalaya. I'm right here in Delhi, and today joining me is a very good friend and chef at Tribal Gourmet, Tanisha. Welcome, Tanisha.
Hi.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me. So Tanisha, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I started off actually wanting to study design. So I got into NIFT Delhi. So I started there, but then soon after I realized that, maybe that's not what I want to do in life, and then I got sick and whole other story. I came out of it. Then I went to my second favorite thing, which was baking and cooking. I just wanted to learn on the job because I'm like a hands-on practical person and I like learning on the job. So I came to Delhi and I found a job and it was Ek Baar.
So whatever knowledge I have, I mean, I've traveled a bit to the north. Borders and states are there for separation for geography. But overall, what I've realized across Northeast is there's a very similar style of cooking or usage of smoke and fire across Northeast. But every region likes to use a local produce, whatever's readily available, whether it's a meat, animal, I mean, I usually eat only non-veg, vegetables which are available locally is what is used.
Yeah. So if you were to generalize Northeast, I'd say our cooking style is healthy for one, because we don't have a lot of deep fried things.
There's a very heavy pork consumption.
There is, but again, we don't have a lot of oil usage, but we always balance out whatever we eat in terms of heavy meats with a lot of veg, a lot of fresh produce, and we always eat seasonal.
So, what have you got for me today?
I have brought to you a mix of things, something that normally we would be eating at home, or if you go to a local food stall. But yeah, all home cooked with love.
Super. I'm looking forward to trying your food.
Let me get it.
Let's go. So we're going to get into how Meghalaya works in the food scene.
A lot of the northeastern states are hill states, and by hills you mean anywhere, mostly in the southern part of Meghalaya, southeastern part, that is a very wet area. And then you have Garo Hills, which is towards the western area. They're sandwiched by Assam, Bangladesh, and they're to the extreme-most point, which is closest to the delta as well, right? So they have a more tropical-like temperature and climate. So what grows in Garo Hills is also way more tropical. Tropical in the sense that because the ingredients that you get are more tropical, so they eat a lot of these vegetables, they use a lot of banana. We're a humble tribe. If you go back in time, you don't want to waste anything because food is scarce.
So what I'm eating right now is Tanisha's black sesame pork. I mean, I've had this before. I think it's one of my favorite dishes that Tanisha makes besides her smoked pork too. The flavors, there's no real masala in it. It's nutty, earthy. I think the cooking is not coming from an oil. It's actually coming from the fat of the pork itself, which is why I like it. I like meats which are cooked in their own fat. The nuttiness, the fattiness, the tenderness of the protein part, it goes very well, and it's one of my favorite dishes. And this is, like I said, I'm not very knowledgeable about Meghalayan food. Black sesame pork is one of the dishes which I know very well, and it tastes very good, and which has actually taken Meghalaya onto the global map versus any other dish that I know.
So I'm going to actually give you more things on your plate because you're only going to go straight for the pork. This is mustard greens. So we have a different sort of mustard in the northeast. It's a big flat leaf mustard.
Okay.
And we use that as just plain sags. We put it in stews. We even eat it raw. So there's this little salad that we do in the winter time where it's raw mustard and oranges. And we sit in the sun and we eat. You know my surname, right? Can you pronounce it?
No, I cannot pronounce it.
Hanbo.
Hanbo.
Yes.
Hanbo means potato?
Yes.
No way.
Potato keepers. So that's potato will always be there. We do it fried, mashed, boiled, whatever. We have potatoes everywhere.
But also potatoes as generally in a place which has problems of weather and
Yeah.
you have to make it last longer. Potato
Exactly.
as a vegetable is easier to preserve.
It's our staple. Potatoes, rice are our staples
Yeah.
throughout the year.
I'm sure you're also drying a lot of vegetables for your winter months.
So that is why we'll talk about things like this, the fermented bean paste. So you know how fermented bean paste is there all over the Northeast and all of the Asian
And
countries,
sometimes
right?
it can be very smelly.
I think that the Naga Akhuni is at the top.
The smelliest,
because
yeah.
This is the Khasi version of it. I mean, Jaintia Khasi, they also make it. This is also made with black sesame, which is why it is dark in color.
Darker.
So it is our fermented bean paste known as turumbai.
But why does the Gentia food rely so much on fermentation?
It is shelf life, but it is also our version of probiotics. Now that the world has understood how fermentation is helpful to the
your
gut
gut.
and systems, this one, which is the Jaintia one, is a pumpkin cooked with fermented fish. So the small fermented fish that you find in Manipur, just be careful because as a first timer, I should let you know that they're edible, but tiny bones. They are soft bones, but you might find.
No, it's very nice.
So Jaintias like to put a lot of, it's known as kutung there. Kutung is a generalized term for all of these dry fish actually. And we have plenty of types. And so the last one is a Garo dish. Now this is known as a khapa. And they do it across all meats. You can do this with beef, you can do this with fish, you can do this with chicken. So I've done the chicken one. It is literally just 3 ingredients. No oil, nothing. It's just green chili,
It's steamed.
ginger, and kalchi. Kalchi is a natural alkaline that we get from burning the ash of the banana. Like I said, there's very, very less fried food. At max, there'll be fried potato and a few like meatballs or something.
Yeah.
But again, we at home we do it as a shallow fry, so it's never deep fried.
Never deep fried.
All of our snacks are also rice-based dishes, which are all steamed. But I have one more surprise for you.
For me?
Yes,
Okay.
especially for you.
For me, okay.
Because every time since that first pop-up that I have met you, any event, you've always been like, that's smoked pork, yeah.
That smoked
And I'm
pork,
like, I'm
yeah.
sorry, but
that
you need
smoked
to-
pork Tanisha made for me was insane. So let's see what Tanisha's got for me.
So, my very first pop-up, I had Shillong Milliam smoked pork momo specifically. And so, I made you a plate of
Thank you so much. The nicest. And
Smoked
look how pretty these momos are.
smoked pork and bamboo shoot momos. And, well, the sauce on the side is, if you choose, I don't think you need it. But that was a Naga chili sauce with mango. Very spicy.
Top. But I will also have it with the sauce. It's like homemade bacon wrapped inside a momo. What could be better than that? And that's exactly what the smoked pork momos taste like. Too fucking good. This dish is something which I've been dreaming about for the last 7-8 years. And she's actually made it a reality. I will leave everything on the table for these 2 dishes, by the way. A smoked pork, momos, pork sesame, chicken if you want to eat healthier, staple, potatoes, again, very similar to pan-India consumption, while it has a touch to the... So what Meghalaya is actually good at is cooking with simplicity, cooking without too many masalas, using local ingredients, using preservation via fermentation, via pickling, via growing your own vegetables, eating hyper-local is what people should be doing. And I think Meghalaya is at the forefront of that. And thank you so much, Tanisha, for this experience. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below and Tanisha and I will happily answer them. The more time you spend with this food, the clearer it gets. Meghalayan cuisine was never built to impress. It was built to last, to survive the rain, the long days, the changing seasons. And when you understand that, the food stops feeling unfamiliar. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to get served hot.